Good morning, dear all. Guests have arrived. Our function will start shortly. Good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you present here on the 11th Foundation Day celebration of IITRAM. I, Devanshi Kaushik, along with my co-anchor Nirmal Joshi, will be guiding you throughout this auspicious event. We are honored to have distinguished guests, Dr. Ketan Modi, Joint Director, Technical Education Department, Professor B.N. Singh, Vice Chancellor, Rajiv Gandhi National Aviation University, Amethi, and our Director, Professor M.K. Barua, who have graced this occasion with their presence. Now, I request all the dignitaries to kindly join us on the dais. I also welcome Shri Parekh, Member BOD, and Shri Shah, Member Community of IITRAM.
Thank you, Devanshi. To begin the celebration, I would now like to call all the dignitaries on the dais to light the ceremonial lamp and do the garlanding to Goddess Saraswati, symbolizing the dispelling of ignorance and the spreading of knowledge.
Thank you everyone for performing the lamp lighting ceremony. As light brings auspiciousness, prosperity, good health, and wealth. It destroys the intellect of enemies. I go to the divine light. So now I would like to call upon our Dean General Administration, Professor Yogesh Shah, to welcome our chief guest, Professor B.N. Singh, with bouquet and shawl. Dear sir. Now I would like to call upon Director Sir to do the honor of our guest, Dr. Farid Shah and Yogesh Shah. Sorry, Dr. Farid and Shah. Now I request Director Sir to do the honor of Member of Finance.
Now, I would like to invite our esteemed director, Professor M.K. Barua, to deliver the welcome address for this special occasion. Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. At the outset, I would like to welcome Chief Guest Professor B.N. Singh, Vice Chancellor, Civil Aviation University. I also welcome BOG member Shri Sunil Parekji, Shri Mukesh Shahji. I welcome all my colleagues present over here, all the deans, HODs, coordinators, all my non-teaching staff members, students, and people from media. I am honored that I am here at the 11th Foundation Day of this institute. We are not only celebrating the Foundation Day, but we are also celebrating the value system, the vision, the mission, which was set around 15 years ago. And because of those value system, vision and mission, we are here, what we are today. IITRAM has been a beacon in providing technical education, research and innovation. You can see that in last 11 years, our faculty members have published thousands of research papers. They have obtained hundreds of patents. Not only faculty members, but our students are also involved in writing research papers, filing patents, and doing several experiments. Because of all these efforts, our ranking is around 200 plus minus 10 in last 3 years. I hope that we would be around 175 or 180 in next few years as far as NIF ranking is concerned. Our faculty members are the backbone of this institute. They are involved in organizing conferences, seminars, workshops, symposia, short-term training programs, faculty development programs, and so on. Our students are very active, whether it is about placements or about any other activities like cultural activities or sports activities or technical activities. They are doing exceedingly well. I'm happy to inform that around 85% of our students have been placed in our last batch. There were around 51 recruiters and the average package was around 4.84 lakh. Now, it is the time to take rest and think, are we doing right things? The mandate of the institute was to provide infrastructure education. The mandate was to create facilities which can provide training programs to industries, to urban bodies and technical institutions. The mandate was to create technology park, knowledge centers related to infrastructure. These were some of the mandates. Are we fulfilling those mandates? We are simply running civil, electrical and mechanical engineering branches, which thousands of institutions are doing across the country. Now, what should be the way forward? In last 7 months, when I interacted with board members, I interacted with several government officials, and I think that this is the right time to shift towards our mandate. We should be focusing on infrastructure related education only. We should be focusing on transportation, which is one of the major pillars of infrastructure. When I say transportation, I am talking about integrated transportation system. Rail, road, water, air, and so on. We should have some short-term courses, 3 weeks or 3 month certificate programs on energy sector. There are several problems in energy generation, energy distribution. There are problems related to oil and gas distribution, which is part of energy sector. This is the high time, but we should focus on housing and urban infrastructure. Recently, I had a chance to meet Chief Secretary of Government of Gujarat. So he told me that this civil, electrical, mechanical, these things are being done by my LD Engineering College. आप क्यों कर रहे हो? He told me that why don't you start program on traffic management, sewerage networking, metro rail, high-speed rail. When I made presentation in front of him, he stopped me on the first slide itself where I wrote objectives. This is right time that we should either shift our focus or redesign our programs. There is huge opportunity in tourism and hospitality sector, agriculture infrastructure, education infrastructure, health infrastructure, telecommunication infrastructure, and so on. If you look at, in fact, there is a management tool called SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Pilots would be knowing more about SWOT analysis. Industries often do this type of analysis. So when I did a SWOT analysis of this institute. So if you look at strengths, the biggest strength is our faculty members. 59 faculty members. Out of that, around 50 have got PhD from IITRAM. The second strength, we are located in Gujarat, a state which is industry friendly, investment friendly. If you look at weaknesses, since we are new institution, there is not enough exposure of the institute to the external world. We don't get sponsored projects and consultancy projects. The name of the institute is Institute of Infrastructure, Technology, Research and Management. So we are just doing technology. Where is the program on infrastructure? No UG program on infrastructure. So these are some of the weaknesses. So strengths and weaknesses are within and opportunities and threats are outside. So let us look at the opportunities. So we have the opportunity to become leader in providing consultancy at national level to various government agencies, be it NHAI or civil aviation or any other infrastructure department of government of Gujarat or government of India. There is an opportunity to improve our NIRF ranking. You see, the problem with NIRF ranking is because we are not getting our seats filled. Our NIRF ranking is going down. Since ranking is going down, students are not coming. So we need to break this cycle. And we have succeeded in breaking that cycle this year. We have admitted 175 students in first year, plus 20 students in PhD program. There is, since we are a university, we are an autonomous university, there is a scope for expanding our programs. We may start after some time programs related to law, pharmacy, architecture and so on. So these are the opportunities available. Now let us look at threats. So if you look at threats, the biggest threat these days is opening up of private institutions with branches like computer, AI, ML, data science and so on. So most of these students are going in those branches. If we start these branches, welcome Dr. Modi. So if we start these branches, then that is not our mandate. So what I have understood in last 7 months is that we should stick to our mandate and focus only on infrastructure education. Now, what is the biggest challenge of this institute? Often I listen from people that is the funding. Actually, funding is not the major problem. Funding is the admission. Sorry, problem is the admission. If we admit students, then funding will come automatically. So there are approximately 312 seats every year. For 4 years, we have got around 1,248 seats. If we take master programs, then we have got again 250 seats. So there are 1,500 seats, and if we fill all the seats, then the problem of funding would be resolved. So the biggest challenge is how to increase admission. And we have been doing a lot on this front, and we have succeeded to some extent. Now, what's the vision? What I think is that this institute should be the top destination for all the stakeholders who have got pie in infrastructure business. The vision is that this institute should become self-sustained institute, just like IIMs. So, towards end, I would like to conclude that with shared vision, with dedication, and with collective efforts, we have grown at this level, and I hope that in the future we will be making a lasting impact on society and the world. So with these words, I take my seat. Thank you. Thank you.
Now we are honored to have our guest Dr. K.P. Modi, Joint Director Technical Education, Government of Gujarat. So now I invite our Director Sir to welcome our guest Dr. K.P. Modi with bouquet and song.
Thank you, sir. Now let's take a moment to reflect on the remarkable journey of our institute. Over the years, we have grown not just in infrastructure, but in spirit, achievements, and the values we uphold. To capture the essence of this incredible evolution, we have prepared a special video giving us the glimpse into the milestones and memories that have shaped our institution. So witness this retrospect video as we relive the moments that have brought us to where we are today. Now it's my pleasure to welcome back to campus our distinguished alumnus, Mr. Sandeep Sharma, from the batch of 2015 to 19. Mr. Sharma earned his Bachelor of Technical degree in Electrical Engineering from our institute. Currently, Mr. Sharma serves as Senior Project Engineer at Angel Machinery, Austria, having previously held the position at Milcon India Limited and Toshiba Machine. His impressive expertise spans project management, project execution, tendering and bidding, injection molding, automotive and medical sector, B2B sales, execution, and project planning. Apart from this, Mr. Sandeep is trained in machine manufacturing and project execution from Austria and holds 3 research papers in control system and published patent in industrial safety helmet.
Now, I invite our alumnus, Mr. Sandeep Sangha. Please go.
Good morning, all. Thank you for wonderful introduction. Honorable Chief Guest, respected Director Sir, Guest of Honors, respected faculty members, and my like dear students, and of course my friends. So, so I'm here to discuss about the experience I have received. I belong from 2015 to 2019 batch, an electrical engineering department. So talking about the experiences, like it was for me, it was kind of a journey. It will be very difficult to summarize this in few minutes, but I will try to summarize it, and we'll see like how, from my perspective, how it was. So basically, I have divided my journey in few pillars, which is really needed in any institute, which shapes the future of students. So these pillars are like good faculty members, then infrastructure of the college, peer-to-peer learning, and of course the atmosphere over here, administration, and practical and industrial exposure which we get. So first I will start with the faculty member. In the opening remark, the directors are also mentioned that we have a very good faculty member. For us, like since we were the start of the batch, for us the faculty member were like a friend. Like they were very open. And I remember why I chose this college. I was into LD College of Engineering in first round of counseling. Then one of my maths teacher suggested me about this institute. I checked the faculty profile, and that was the only reason why I decided to join this college. So that was the very important. Apart from the academics, like they were very open in our time to discuss anything, like whether it is academics, whether it is their own experiences, whether it is the getting solution toward the industry, and many mostly. Like I remember, I was into whenever I was into apart from the academics, I did many research projects also with the faculty members. I was also involved in the research papers. From second year onwards, only I was into writing research papers. That was I published 2 research papers with Accessor. So that was into control system. At that time, we were that technology, the topic which would be presented in the paper, that was not in the syllabus. I think the PhD level people were studying the same thing. So that was become possible because of their continuous support and the mentorship only. So many research things and academic things were there. Apart from the academic things, I tried to learn many life skills from our faculty members because they were the best people around me, learning people, and like they had their own, every individual faculty member had their own skill. So I tried to learn the life skills. I remember Mr. Helen Gultani sir was there. At that time he was registered in the institute. So he was very busy, and that year he took the microprocessor and controller subject for our batch. So most of the time he was like in the Gandhinagar, and he had very less time, but he was very punctual in the classes. Like every time before 2 minutes he used to be in class. So I learned the concept of punctuality with him. So whenever he was not in the class, he used to inform us, like in the group. So it is a small thing, but that really help us in the professional work. So when now I'm working, so whenever I use these things, suppose I'm going for a meeting and I'm getting late, I'm not getting punctual, and when I inform them, it creates a very good image and an impact. So this kind of small things I learned from faculty member, and many I can I can name each and every faculty, and I can tell what I learn life skills from them. For example, you talk to Khanna sir, you will get you talk to him, you spend some time with him, you will get a lot of confidence. So that is the thing you can learn from the faculty members. And then other faculties were also there. Like everybody, like I learned a lot from them. Hardworking, like you, all of our faculty members are very hardworking. When like they were teaching to us, whenever they feel that now these people are not getting, they are not understanding any concept, then immediately I have seen a professor, they design their own feedback form. They were not set format, so they used to go and design the format, and then next day they come up with the format and they try to understand where they are lacking, where we are lacking, how we can that bridge the gap which is there. So this kind of incidents were there that really help us to learn the things from by seeing their dedication. Second is like diversity in your domain. Like second pillar will be the diversity in your domain. There is a good saying: you should not be stick to the. So there is saying you should not conclude. You should not have a mind carry in your mind that you want to learn only into mechanical or only into electrical. So here we were a diverse group. Like we were not divided by branch. We were studying together, all mechanical, electrical, and all different people. Because in industry there is only two branches: IT and non-IT. All mechanical, production, engineering, they all are same. They do not do any diversification with you. What the production engineer can do, the same mechanical engineer can also do. Because I remember the design had in my past institute, he worked and designed for 25 years. He was a production engineer by degree. So you should be open toward all the things, like all the aspects and all the different things coming to you. Then the another pillar is the administrative management. That was really open to us. Like we had open door policy. We were able to go to any of the director at any time. We were able to discuss the problems we were facing. So that was a really encouragement, lot of encouragement from them side also. Then the fourth thing will be the infrastructure we have. So we really would have a very good infrastructure in terms of labs, in terms of library, in terms of the cleanliness. I remember one incident I have. There was a fest in our college. I invited a few of my friends from the different government colleges. They were in top government college. I did lot of things to I was flexing about my labs, my faculty member, and I gave him a tour of our college. At the end, I asked him how do you like my college. He said, "Yeah, आपके college बहुत अच्छी." So it was not only the main infrastructure. The other thing was also very important, like which many will feel नहीं किया होगा वहाँ पे कि ये possible, but for them it was a good thing because maybe they were lagging in their institute. So another thing is peer-to-peer group learning. So peer-to-peer learning is very important as we were not divided by any branch like we were used to study all together. So that really helped us. Like we had the people from different backgrounds over here. So we had the different perspective in each and every thing because that peer-to-peer group learning and the context which you make here that will be there with you for the lifetime. There is a very good saying in the corporate world. We always say what you know, and who you know. So what you know is very important when you are in the initial phase of your career. Suppose you are an engineer or just graduating from college. So what you know will take you to two steps. But suppose you want to grow further, you want to be top leadership position, and you want to top in any organization, who you know is very important. So whoever is studying with you, make a very good contact with them, stay in touch with them. That will be really helpful to you in future. And the last will be the industrial exposure. So talking about the industrial exposure, like when I joined the industry, I have never felt any difference because I joined the automation industry, I joined the machine manufacturing industry. I have already seen all the machineries in the labs, and you take any automation big project, the building block will be the servo motor. I have already worked in all those areas in the control system labs, in machine labs, so I have already seen. And compared to the other students who were there with me, they were also from the top institutes. So my level of exposure was really good. Like I remember IITRAM is the only college I would say in my group who instructed us to do internship for 3 years. Like you do internship every year. So I took the advantage of that. I did internships in railways, I did internship in research institute, I did internship in Ford Motors. That was a heavy, very good plant, and that internship for 3 months that entirely changed my concept of application and what I was studying. There I met people from the IIT Bombay, there were people from NITs, top IITs, and I was also one of them. So they were very eager to know about our institute. They also visited our hostel, AMC hostel. I invited them. So they were very happy to see the facilities we were getting. So they were happy with the cleanness, they were happy with the rooms. So that already created the impact, and those people are still they are in touch with me. So that is the level of exposure I have received. So from the day of joining the institute, I was very clear. Like you cannot get everything in the college. So for example, I had a dream of playing lawn tennis in college. I wanted to play lawn tennis, but we didn't have that facility. But I cannot try on that. So what I did, I just figure out all the things and I tried what best I can take from my college, what best I can take from it. So whatever the institute has given to students, best I have taken. I can say I have taken best things. Be it the best projects, I did best project. I got enrolled in the best internship program. All the internship I got from college. I didn't have any contacts. So everything I got from the college. I got best placement of that year. So I will request all of you to take best what you can take from the college, and other things will work for you. So thank you. At the end, that will I like to say, and thank you the alumni team also for inviting me here. And it's a wonderful event. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. That was truly a wonderful reflection of our institute's rich history and achievement. The journey we have witnessed speaks volumes about the dedication and effort of everyone who has been a part of this institution. Let's take pride in being part of this legacy as we continue to aim for greater heights in the future.
Now we come to a special moment where we honor our faculty and staffs who have completed 10 years of dedicated service to our institute. Their commitment and contribution have been instrumental in our growth and success. So I would like to invite all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly do the honor of felicitating them. To begin, we would like to recognize our esteemed faculty members. Now I would like to call upon Professor Manoj Kumar Nangi, Associate Professor of Civil Engineering Department. In the same sequence, I would like to call upon Professor Akshay Kumar Mehta, Professor in Electrical and Computer Science Engineering Department. Now I request Professor Navneet Khanna, Associate Professor in Mechanical and Aerospace Department. Now I would like to call upon Professor Mohit Kumar, Associate Professor in Basic Science Department. Now again I would request dignitaries on dais to felicitate staff members of IITRAM for their dedicated and meritorious services. So in this sequence, first I would like to call upon Mr. Ketan Solanki from Accounts section. Now I request Mr. Vijay B. Parmar from Administration section. Now I request Mr. Naresh R. Dasita from IT section.
Now, we are glad to inform that Professor Mangopandu Upadhyay, who secured the highest research funding last year, her hard work and innovative research gave great honor to our institute. So I request our Chief Guest Secretary, Professor Mangopandu.
Also, our student friends Satyam Kumar, Manish Kumar, and Himanshu Tala from BTech Second Year Computer Science Engineering have made a significant contribution by developing an app that enhances the cafeteria and medical facility center at our institute. So I request all the dignitaries to felicitate them with the certificate of appreciation.
So I would like to call Satyam Kumar. Next, Manish Kumar. And next, Himanshu Tala.
Now I request all the dignitaries to take your seat, please. Now I invite our Dean of Academic Affairs, Professor Akshay Mehta, to introduce our guest, Dr. K.P. Modi, respected sir.
A very good morning to all the guests on the dais and on behalf of the dais, the faculty members, students, staff members, and all the invited guests. At the outset, I am given this responsibility to welcome our guest, Dr. K.P. Modi. I would say those who are in a technical education uh, must be knowing him personally. Uh, the personality, what he has got, always smiling, always helping. Whenever you call him, he is always ready to help you out. And currently, he is holding the position of Joint Director at Department of Technical Education. And I would say he is the person that, he is with the IIT RAM before even IIT RAM came into existence. So he is part of this entire journey of IIT RAM since the inception of this institute and even before that. While when IIT RAM was in the phase of the establishing its act, at that time also he was part of this institute. So it is my pleasure to invite him and give his words or his.
Very good morning to all of you, respected dignitaries on the dais, my fellow colleagues, and dear students. Today, on the occasion of 11th Foundation Day of IITRAM, just the government have mandate before 11 years to start the IITRAM, which the institute having the same like the IIT pattern. And today, after the 11 years of the foundation, what I can say just only in a 2 minutes that institute grow at the level which no any other institute will grow. That is number one. Means institute will grow at the highest level. Number two is faculty is the strength of the institute. Number three, which is there, is the students. Students from all over the India take the admission in the institute. And number fourth, which is there, is the all the government staffs and any other organization helping the institute. Now, in the all these four aspects, what is the missing right now is only the one part which is missing is the admission day by day is become decline. So for my suggestion is if faculty is good, student is good, administrative or supporting staff is good, administration is also helping you. Now if you combine all together, then this will be in the next few years it is 100% from my side that you achieve the all number of admissions within a 3 to 4 years. But for that, you all have to put your combined efforts, not just like the if I am a teacher, so always I do the teaching. But right now, the problem which is there is the admission. So for that, if all the stakeholders is combined, then and then resolve this issue. And your administration is too good, your director sir or the in charge DG is very good in nature because always they help you and other BOG member is also helping you. Just what is in your mind right now is to uplift the institute in such a way that in the next 5 years, this institute will grow just like a IIT Gandhinagar. And all the admissions which decline, they become set at par level with the IIT. For that, if you want to start any new programs, then or skill based or the vocational based program, then you can start at your own as the need of emerging market. So without much more taking the time, I can say only one thing that always if the institute will grow, then and then you will grow. Just like a heart of your body. If heart is pumping, then and then you survive. So always the one thing which is there is whatever problem is there, if you combine together, then that problem becomes resolved in a significant manner. So on this word, I can say only that the institute at the very good level, but we have to achieve in a next further height within a 5 to 10 years. आज से 5 साल के बाद जब भी मैं यहाँ पे आऊँ तो मुझे ऐसा सुनने मिले कि ये इंस्टीट्यूट अभी आईआईटी गांधीनगर के लेवल पे पहुंच गया है. बस मुझे यही चाहिए, बाकी कुछ नहीं चाहिए. That is from government side. Okay, and another thing which is there is the director general sir invited me for this program, so I'll be highly thankful for that. And with this word, I will also say that the students who are taking the admission after graduating, you will getting the very good job in your very good job in your career. Thanking you all once again.
for your enlightening words. Now, it's a matter of great pleasure that Sri Mukesh Saab, Member of Finance, is also with us to grace the occasion. I request him to say a few words of guidance. Respected sir.
Respected guests of the dais, faculty members, and students. It's my real pleasure to be with you on this auspicious day of 11th Foundation Day of the Institute. The Institute is really doing very well. I am also associated with the few leading education institutions throughout the country, and I can say, based on my experience with other institutions, this institute is doing extremely well. The way in which it is functioning, still it is young compared to all other IITs or IIMs, but still the way in which institute is progressing, it is really phenomenal. It is too good, and I am very happy. I wish you all the best to institute. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have with us Sri Sunil Paritji also. I request Sri Parit sir to enlighten us with his knowledge. Respected sir.
मेरे को कैंपस में लाके फिर जो भी करवा लो. I'm very happy today to see my good friend BN Singh right here with me, and also it is a reminder that his association with the institute continues. So thank you, sir, for being with us today. It is a matter of great pride for us. I think in Dr. Barua we have an asset who is now thinking. Actually, ये जो strength, weakness, opportunity और threat का उसने किया था ना, उसके इंटरव्यू में भी यही बोला था. मुझे याद है. And 2-3 things I had remembered, and I said कि हाँ, तेरी भी memory अच्छी है, मेरी भी अच्छी है. Okay, so he is a great guy. He is a CA, he is a finance man, and he is helping us to keep track on expenditures and incomes. And that is Mr. Nirala had said from the finance department last time we had a meeting in the finance committee. Unless we cut costs and try to increase our own revenues through, as Ketan Bhai said, to increase the number and if possible to increase the fees. Continuous support from government is going to be a thing of the past for many, many years. So I think maybe a small committee of this institution can meet together to really brainstorm an innovation in financing, and whatever it takes. It could be increased revenue, it could be new activities to generate revenue. But इसमें सोचना तो पड़ेगा. And we would welcome your thoughts. I am also part of the committee with Mukesh Bhai. And please send your thoughts to Dr. Barua and to CP Joglekar. And we will sit down and work on these ideas to see कि इसमें से कोई नया innovative कुछ करते हैं. Because otherwise, no institution. I am from IIT Delhi. And they have now reached out to all alumni to say, our government is not giving enough money to IIT Delhi, and alumni has now to create chairs and other things. So pressure is there from government on all institutions. उनको 60-70 साल हो गए, आपको 10-11 साल है. But the government is saying everywhere, कि reduce dependence on us, become more commercial, and in the journey as an autonomous institute, I think it is easier to do it rather than completely regulated institutions. बस इन्वेस्टर भी चाहिए ना. डॉक्यूमेंट तो बन जाएगा, फिर रिटर्न ऑन मनी, रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल कौन करेगा? So we need a business plan. You have an MBA, you have faculty, and a wealth of experience. But I really feel proud and privileged to be part of you. Here today, 11 साल हो गए. मुझे याद है 16 अक्टूबर 2013 में. It was a Wednesday, बुधवार का दिन था. And Shraddheya Shri and Shri L.K. Advani had actually inaugurated the institution. Then Chief Minister Shri Narendra Bhai Modi was there. Anandiben Patel was there. I think she was Education Minister, who then became the Chief Minister later. We had 2 other ministers. I think Bhupendra Bhai Chudasama had also come at that time. Ketan Bhai will remember. And we had Mukesh Kumar, who was the DG, the first DG, IAS officer who was the DG. And we had two Sudhirs. One was Sudhir Mehta, who was our chairperson, and Sudhir Jain, who has been the guiding light for this institute as being part of IIT Gandhinagar. तो उन लोगों ने जब विजन, मोदी ऑल्सो टॉक्ट अबाउट द विजन की क्या है, मोदी साहब की एक दो बातें याद अभी भी आ रही है. उन्होंने कहा था कि इतना देश प्रगति करने वाला है तो इतना सारा इन्वेस्टमेंट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट और म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन करने वाली है, एंड देयर इज नो टैलेंट एंड मैन पावर अवेलेबल इन द कंट्री. And this was, in fact, one of the first few institutions that focused on infrastructure. I think he's a visionary leader who creates institutions and then they will give it to people like all of us to think about what the challenges are in the market and how do we build people for that. And I think this process has to be a continuous process. And Foundation Day is a good day to reflect कि हम लोग कहाँ तक आए, हमारा guiding vision क्या था और हम लोग अभी क्या आगे करना चाहते हैं. So this is a good time to reflect. Small groups and committees can meet together, look at that there is a vision document which was created then. There were about 14 sectors in infrastructure that were highlighted, जिसमें से हम लोग उसमें से शायद 1/3 of the areas only we are working currently. But the vision that Modi ji had and the document that Sudhir Jain had prepared in consultation initially had about 14 sectors, and I think we need to revisit that to see how relevant it is and how other things can be added on. And I agree with Dr. Barua, there is no need to add pharmacy. We have a mandate for infra. We can do research, we can do technology, and we can do more infra. So I think it's important to reflect. So after committee, samiti, whichever way your decision making process is there in the institution, back can take the lead and see what others are doing and what are the challenges. Because the biggest advantage is that if you read the market trend correctly, then getting students is not a problem and finding jobs is not a problem. ये जो हमेशा प्लेसमेंट और स्टूडेंट की बात तो असल रहती है हर एक इंस्टीट्यूशन में, तो केतन भाई ने भी बोला कि 175 है अभी, we need to step it up. 600-700 बच्चे हैं आज. The vision that was announced on that day, and this is 2,000 students and 150 faculty by 2030. Now we are almost there, only 5-6 years are left. And I think we really need to work systematically towards this. But the key to success of an organization is to read the market trend correctly. कि market कहाँ पे? That will help you to get the faculty and most importantly the students. Courses बढ़ जाते हैं. जैसे IT का wave आया था इंडिया में, how many new colleges and institutions had to open to meet the minimum requirement of the 4.5 million people who are in the IT industry today. इसी तरह से इंफ्रा में भी है. But somehow we are missing the bus in terms of industry requirement and what we are producing. So that pull is not there. And the job, which is now about the average package, I learned was about 4.5-5 lakhs as the average package. This can easily go to 12 lakhs if you read the market right. And I think this is a job for the top leadership in this institution to really sit down very hard and make a serious attempt at finding out what is it that the market requires. कहाँ पे shortages हैं, किस type का चाहिए, and then go into the market with fully armed with courses, internship, partnerships with institutions, partnerships with industry, partnership for projects, और हम लोग आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. Every good institution, there's a World Bank report that you must read. It is called Creating Centers of Excellence in Education. It's a beautiful book. It came about 16-17 years ago, which has identified 11 factors which helps an institution to become excellent. So it has cited about 8 or 9 universities in the world कि इन लोगों ने क्या किया कि जिसमें आगे बढ़ गए. So at IIT Gandhinagar we went through this exercise. We have one day where we call it the day where we all do strategic thinking for the institution. बाहर से भी लोग 25-50 लोग बुलाते हैं, फैकल्टी भी होती है, स्टूडेंट्स भी होते हैं, नॉन टीचिंग स्टाफ भी होते हैं, and we try to envision कि क्या होना चाहिए. I think that exercise is a good exercise. We also should need to include. और ये this was also announced 11 years ago that this will be a regular feature, that every year we must have that strategic excellence meeting, bringing minds from outside. It's sort of review and take energy from whatever suggestions happen. And I think the single most important factor that the World Bank report found out, it was not about good students, it was not about infrastructure, it was not about peer learning, it was not about your laboratories. The single most important factor, amongst other factors, responsible for differentiating a very classy institution and an average institution is the quality of faculty. फैकल्टी देख के स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं, फैकल्टी के देख के फैकल्टी का काम देख के रिसर्च होता है. Industries are attracted because there is a faculty who takes responsibility for projects as anchors. बच्चे आते हैं, बच्चे जाते हैं. The relationship between an institute and industry, the anchor is always the faculty. So in a sense, the report identified the most significant role in making excellent institutions is how faculties are there in terms of their own capability and in the kind of system that you create for yourself for engaging with the external environment. पहली बैच if I remember right, उसमें 60 लोग थे. आज 600 लोग. In 11 years we have gone from 60 to 600. We have also got an NIRF ranking 190 to 200, 210, which I think we were nowhere on the picture 11 years ago. But we have made a major headway. Our research papers are being generated, they are being cited. The patents, more than 15 patents, I remember BN Singh had mentioned it in the convocation ceremony. 15 patents भी file हुए हैं, which is a very good number to look into. So we are oriented ourselves, we are on our journey, we are doing well and going from strength to strength. I think we have to keep the compass towards the north and we have to aspire to be in the top 100 in the NIRF ranking by 2030. I wish you all well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, I invite our Dean of Outreach and Alumni Affairs, Professor Manish Sharma, to introduce our Chief Guest, Professor B.N. Singh. Respected sir.
Dear dignitaries on the dais, esteemed colleagues, and my dear students. It is my profound privilege to have the opportunity to introduce the chief guest of today's program, our own Professor B.N. Singh. His entire personality can beautifully be encapsulated in this shlok of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Yadyata Charti Shrestasta Tad Devetro Janaha Sayat Pranamam Kurute Lokastat. This means whatever great men do, others do. Whatever standards they set, others follow. Professor Singh is a full professor, HAG, in Department of Aerospace Engineering at IIT Kharagpur, and now he has been serving as Vice Chancellor of Rajiv Gandhi National Aviation University, Amethi, a central university, since August 2024. All of us know, prior to this role, he has served as a Director General of our own institute, IITRAM. Professor Singh completed his PhD in Aerospace Engineering from IIT Kanpur in 2000. He had been the former HAL Chair Professor, former Head of Aerospace Engineering Department, former Dean of HR and Secretary of Board of Governance, BOG at IIT Kharagpur. Professor Singh is a Fellow of West Bengal Academy of Science and Technology, Fellow of Institute of Engineers, member of Indian Society for Technical Education. He is also Associate Editor of Sadhana Journal, Springer Publication, and Editor of International Journal of Aerospace System Engineering, and was guest lead editor for new special collection on load-bearing components in composite structure since 2017, 16, 19, and 20 respectively. Professor Singh has more than 31 years of teaching and research experience in institutes of national importance in India and abroad. Professor Singh is working in the area of aerospace structures and design, solid mechanics, stress, composite structure, 3D textile, composite CNT, FGM, damage mechanics, and uncertainty quantification. Professor Singh has so far published 183 papers in international journals of repute and more than 124 papers, mostly in refereed international conferences, proceedings, book chapters. Professor Singh has been listed in world's top 2% scientists, researchers, brought out by Stanford University, USA, and elsewhere publication in 2021, 22, and 23. Professor Singh is also listed in top 50 researchers in India, ranked at 47th position, and also ranked 1947 in world in mechanical and aerospace engineering, brought out by research.com 2024. He was also listed in research.com ranking for years 2022, and 2023 based on the quality and impactful journal publication. Professor Singh is listed among top 10 researchers within IIT Kharagpur. His Edge index is 47 and I index in 153 in Google Scholar. Edge index is 43 in Scopus and citations are more than 6,840 in Google Scholar and 5,832 in Scopus index, which reflects the hard work and devotion towards research in narrow field of aerospace engineering and other allied domains. Sir has guided 24 PhD, including one submitted, 61 MTech and several BTech students, and so far, and is currently supervising one PhD student. Professor Singh is well known for grooming undergraduate, postgraduate students to carry out research and build up their career through research route. Several students of Professor Singh are working as a faculty member in the best institute of the India and abroad. Professor Singh has been deeply involved in research, development, and carried out many projects. He has been reviewer of many projects on the research and development. Professor Singh has played a pivotal role in enhancing the research facilities of the department as a faculty member, head of the department, and later as a head of the institution of IITRAM. His list of achievement is extensive, but to summarize, Professor Singh is an exceptional teacher, academician, researcher, leader, and above all, an outstanding human being. I warmly welcome you, sir, in the name of all IITRAM faculty and whole family. Thank you, sir, for being here. I welcome you once again. Thank you.
So, very good afternoon to all of you present here. And Manish ji, thank you very much for a nice introduction. But I gave you the profile, but I was not expecting that you have to do homework also. That will be management of time. So, I think you asked me that will be now start CV, so I gave you. So thank you very much. So Professor Barwa is a director of this IITRAM and in charge director general, and respected Shri Parik sir and Mukesh Saji and Ketan Modi. I think we have been very close to each other also while working as a director general of this institution. And we have got a lot of help and support from DTE, and especially I'm thankful to Mr. Pani also and Mukesh Kumar ji. They have helped a lot to us, and Mr. Ketan Modi was instrumental towards that matter. So I hope that I think continue to that now help us. Today I am very delighted. I can tell you, last time when I was Director General, at that time, basically we meticulously planned for organizing a foundation day. And at that time, I was in South Korea and expected to come one day before this place. And everything was all set, all programs were made and meticulously monitored also, matlab, that. And Professor Ahuja, I remember that director of IIT Gopal, he was the chief guest of the function. And last moment my flight got cancelled, and I couldn't come it, and I stuck in the Singapore, and then I delivered my foundation day speech through the video conferencing from there. So this foundation is a great opportunity for me, matlab, in that way. That I couldn't get a chance last foundation day, and you people have given that is a chance to me to stand here on the 11th foundation day. So I am very thankful and grateful to all of you, especially Professor Barua and his team, and for giving me this wonderful opportunity and to speak and stand here. The faculty colleagues, all the deans, faculty colleagues, and the students, and especially the alumni, they are very important component of any foundation, of any great institution. Before saying something on the foundation day, okay. So before saying something on the foundation day, we should recall all the founders of this great institution. And Parikh sir has already mentioned about the few of them. But there are many people there behind the scene who have been instrumental for setting up this great institution. So we should recall them today. This is a day that now to recall the past, the present and future. And this is the only event of any university or institution that all three come together in one day. We also recall about the past, also celebrate the present achievement, and also look forward to a promising future. And that is the most important. None of the event in the university is like this, matlab, where all three comes together. Now the past, you have to introspect that what you have done and what has to be done, that you have not done. And the present, that whatever you have achieved so far, that you have to celebrate and look forward to a promising future. It means that you have to make a strategy, a roadmap, and the concrete, tangible action plan to achieve that will be the targets based on the current needs and requirements of this country. I fully agree with all the SP fellow speakers that rightly that now the institution has to introspect. And now this institution, if you look at the mandate and objective of the institution, the objective institution was rightly mentioned by our Professor. I fully agree with that. There are many institutions in the country who are imparting technical education, and IITRAM is one of them. But there are not many institutions in the country who are imparting education in the field of infrastructure, and you are the only one. So why not you create such a great institution which will not be compared with the IIT and other institutions, but you will be the benchmarking in the time to come. Our IIT should not be benchmarked. IITs are imparting education in technical education. You are the only institution who are imparting education that in infrastructure. And the people, there are many such institutions in country will come in the future. This institution, my suggestion is that I couldn't do that. I think this institution should come in the India map. And let us start a series of infrastructure education institutions in this country. And the IITRAM will be the starting institution for the country. So let us try the best to set up such a institution and series of institutions which are important. So create complete ecosystem, and then only that will be collaboration among the academia. The collaboration industry is already there. So academia and industry may come together, and they can do something in this particular area. Parikh sir, Mr. Parikh has rightly pointed out a lot of opportunities are there in infrastructure. So the academic program, now generally my experience is that if you start academic program in a specialized area, especially undergraduate program, that program will not run. And that program will not be the many takers of that program because that program will be specialized. So what you have to do that, you have to do the undergraduate program and that training will be the infrastructure. The joint program you have to come, industry embedded undergraduate program, internship embedded undergraduate program. You have to take it. So the student, suppose the 4-year program is there, the 3-year, the student will be here, 1 year with the industry. Maybe 6 months with the industry. So you can now go ahead with that two kind of programs, and I'm happy to inform you that after the ADP 2020, the University Grant Commission has already given you the credit framework for such type of undergraduate program, and this is the first time happening in the country. The first time happening in this country now, we are the internship embedded undergraduate program, industry embedded postgraduate program, internship embedded apprenticeship embedded program, and we have declared the credit framework for that. And this institution may follow that framework, and within that framework you can orient your undergraduate program towards the infrastructure and your master program towards the infrastructure. I have experienced that people now, many master programs we are running in the name of infrastructure, and we are not getting the students in that because the target group is very limited. And that target group, if you don't give the full employment of that student, now this program will not run. So my humble suggestion is that you keep the program specific and then you give a specialization, micro specialization type of things in the that is the relevant area of the infrastructure. And this culture, I am happy to inform that during my tenure, I think we have started micro specialization based on that matter currently. And I will advise you, sincere advise you, you bring many more such micro specialization with the support of industry. And you create a basket of the courses which is relevant to that particular infrastructure, and then the student be taking civil engineering, they can opt for the relevant area of infrastructure and they can pursue their career in that way. But running a specific one program in name of infrastructure may survive for time being, but it may not survive for long time. So you have to create such kind of, that will be the ecosystem and flexibility in the academic programs, and that will be acceptable to the entire community. One more thing I would like to add in. Now, this is the day I told you that will be now celebrate the present achievements. So I would like to congratulate all of you, those who have done academic excellence, research excellence, outreach excellence, and in all fields, both have performed, but they should continue to perform. And I extend my heartiest congratulations to all of you. The issue, the university should evolve a mechanism to incentivize them. If you do not create a culture of incentivization, then if you do not promote the excellence in terms of the input, in terms of the process, and in terms of the output, you have to create excellence in terms of the input, you have to create the excellence in terms of the process, and also you have to create the excellence in terms of the output. And those people who have done excellence in the input, process, and output, they must be recognized. I'm very happy that will be now to know that will be some of the aspects have been taken into this foundation day, and I hope that in next foundation day some more addition will be there, and then that way we can acknowledge the faculty, students, and the staff. And also, I would like to take that will be you never compromise with the quality. If you never compromise with the quality, in my opinion, the rest other things will automatically follow. And once you have started compromising with the quality, then the rest automatically will follow. So now is a culture of quality, the culture of excellence, the culture of center of excellences, and these kind of cultures you have to create it. The Ketan Bhai has told rightly that will be you have to increase your number of students. So last time, this time IITRAM has improved a lot in admission this time, and I'm sure that will be now by the proactive measures of admission committee. At that time, I constituted one admission committee under the chairmanship of Director Professor Barua, and I'm very happy that will be now several steps we took at that time, and somehow we have improved this, that is 123 to 175 at least, and I'm sure that will be this number will go, that will be more than that. One more thing, I think there are many things I wanted to share, but we have a limited time. But one thing I can tell you, now the students are the asset of any great institution. IITs are known because of the students, because of faculty, because of the staff. So now, once your any number of admissions is the one part, definitely that is important. But at the same time, now you have to create a background so that now the quality student will be also attracted over the year. I'm not saying that the students coming for not a quality, but there is no benchmark of excellence. There is no benchmark of excellence, there is no limit of the excellence. Because once you say this limit, then above that limit is also the limit of excellence. So now you have to create a benchmark of the limit of excellence, and then the quality students will be attractive. Then what will happen? You will be able to develop quality input, then there will be quality processes, and then there will be quality output. So this institution must think about that. Now, I am very happy to note that the founders were the visionary approach of the founders. Especially, I am talking about that time when the people were behind this scene also to develop this institution. At that time, they gave the base scale of quality, and Ketan Modi exactly pointed out. So now, that was I think, the region, one of the major reasons. Because of that, we were able to recruit the quality faculty in this state institution. And not only that, pay scale is one part. But somehow, this institution was mentored by the IIT Gandhinagar. At that time, Professor Sudhir Jain was the director. And some of the faculty were involved from IIT Bombay. And that is why the culture of excellence started in 2013. And that culture, you have to continue, number one, and also you have to set the higher limit of excellence in time to come. And I'm sure that will be one day, institution takes time to build up. This is not one day affair. And the funding, you talk about IIT Kharagpur and IIT Delhi and IIT Bombay. These are the institutions that is more than 70, 75 years old. And is the government give lot of support to them. As of now, government is saying that you stand on your own feet. So that is nothing wrong into that. But this IITRAM journey is only 11 years old. So government has to give, that is now, generous support to this institution. And they, after some time, that will be now, this institution will also reach at the height of academic excellence. At that time, now government can say that will be now, you stand on your own. Because there are many facilities and many infrastructure has to be created. Industry, the center of excellence is the industry will come to you once industry will be benefited. So you have to first strengthen yourself, then other will come to help you. So now I fully agree with that. Now this university is one day is going to be that top institution of this country imparting education in infrastructure and allied discipline. You create your own benchmark and the other institution will follow your benchmark in infrastructure education. And I wish you all the best for that. Now thank you. I think we have taken enough time. With these few words, I wish you all the best and extend my heartiest congratulations to all of you on this the Foundation Day. Foundation Day is not an ordinary day. You know the importance of the foundation of any building analysis. So now that 11th years Foundation Day they were celebrating, it means that will be now we have completed that this foundation of this great university 11th year old. And our founders gave it a right and complete foundation, and which is a very strong one. And I am sure that will be your future journey will be able to sustain on this great foundation. With these words and few words, I wish you all the best. And once again, I am thankful and grateful to the IITRAM for inviting me and giving opportunity to say something on the Foundation Day that I couldn't attend last time and this time I attended. Thank you very much. And thank you.
Thank you for such insightful words, sir. Now, for presenting the memento as a token of love and appreciation to our guest, Dr. K.P. Modi, I would like to call our Dean of Faculty Affairs, Dr. Namit Khanna. Yes, sir. Now, in the same sequence, I would like to call Dean General Administration, Professor Yogesh Shah, for presenting the memento to our guest, Mr. Pai. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to call Professor Maua Bandyopadhyay for presenting the memento to our guest, Mr. Shah. call our Dean R&D, Dr. Kanan Iyer, for presenting the memento to our chief guest, Professor B.N. Singh. Thank you, sir.
As we approach at the end of this wonderful event, I would like to invite our registrar, Sri C.P. Joglekar, for the vote of thanks. Very good afternoon to all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, and my dear colleagues, and ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to express vote of thanks on behalf of the entire institute on today's occasion. At the outset, I express my thanks to our today's chief guest, Professor B.N. Singh, Mr. Sunil Parekh, Mr. Mukesh Shah, and Ms. Dr. Ketan Modi for sparing time from their busy schedule and visiting the institute and guiding us. As rightly pointed out by Professor Singh in his speech, today is a day when the past, present, and the future meet. So I must thank all the previous Director Generals, Mr. Mukesh Kumar, Professor Shiva Prasad, Mr. Milind Toravane, and our today's chief guest, Professor B.N. Singh, and not to miss Professor Amit Prasad. I am also thankful to all predecessors of chair of the registrar, Professor Nilay Bhuktani, Sri Sanjay Bhatnagar, and Mr. R.P. Bhagat. All these people in the leadership role have shaped this institute as it is today, and we are here to take it further. I must not miss all the past and present faculty members who are very helpful in growth of this institute. All the past and present staff members who have been wonderfully supporting the activities of the institute in spite of all the challenges faced by them. I am thankful to the government of Gujarat and especially to the Office of the Commissioner Technical Education and the Education Department for their generous support to the institute. We are thankful to all the existing and past board members and the chairman, Mr. Sudhir Mehta and Professor Sudhir Jain. Not to miss, last but not the least, the foundation of the institute, all the past and present students of the institute who are going to bring name and fame to the institute in the world. And a special thanks to the entire team who has been helpful in making this program a big success. And not to miss, I request everybody to appreciate the Rangoli done by the Rangoli team, which represents the institute logo drawn at the entrance of the institute. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. And with that, we conclude today's program. Thank you, everyone, for your presence, and we wish you a great day ahead. Attention, everyone. We kindly remind you to join us for the panel discussion on disruptive technologies and future engineers at 3 p.m. at same location. Thank you again.